mic if you can. All right, and last but not least will be APA style. Okay, let me, okay, go to home. All right, so you have APA style. All of you have this one. Okay, so all of you have, make sure you have what. All right, so all of you have what is how to do your APA style. So you have to be here, and then I want you to go to style and grammar guidelines. So we will see how to do it, and after this in using the APA style and whatnot. All right, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We can go for my slide, so all of you will know what is APA style. Fazira binti Yusuf, can you unmute yourself? Mute yourself, please. Can you see my slide, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So APA Star Workshop is your workshop today. Welcome to this workshop. It's already is fifth time with UNESCO that organized the APA Star, and I think I encourage all of you to let your junior know that why it is important to take APA Star at the early semester compared to some of you later in the semester, because APA Star is one of the most important element to protect from you from plagiarism, as well as protect you from getting barred or getting expelled from university. All right, we move straight away. This is a bit about myself and my background. I'm a chartered logistician as well as a professional member of waste management, and I am a logistician from Malaysia. Okay, so before we start, I would like to share with you two important elements in regards to knowledge and information. First, by Aristotle. This is quotation. Aristotle said, "Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all." So he stressed on why it's important for you to learn from your heart, not from your mind. Meaning, don't learn because of exam. Learn because you want to learn. So basically, when you learn from the heart, you appreciated what people views and what people's knowledge and what are the information by others. Therefore, you don't simply use without their consent, meaning you cited them, you acknowledge the knowledge given by that person, maybe through images, media, journals, storybooks, books, and so forth. So, and then relate to, because education, I also mentioned, if you are in my class, the education also very close with Islam. For example, in Surah Al-Baqarah, Ayah 42, it says here, do not mix the truth with falsehood or conceal the truth when you know it. So basically, when we're talking about Islam, using people's word or changing something that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said is very wrong. It's a wrongdoing. So basically, in Islam, we already been taught how to protect knowledge, how to protect hadith. That's why we have false hadith and the true hadith. So that's why we always use hadith from Bukhari and Muslim. So all of you have to understand, in Islam, we already teach that we need to cite it. Because in Islam already mentioned that hadith is the word from Rasulullah. Therefore, you need to cite those that most of them are Sahaba, and then of course Aisha, the wife of Rasulullah, that always give all this information, and then they always reiterate, maknanya they always cross-check with Aisha. Is it true that Rasulullah say this? So all of you have to understand why it's important to cite people, because in Islam we are encouraged to do so. So all of you now who are Muslim, most of you are Muslim. Ramai yang copy and paste tu tinggal lah, and then taubat, because benda tu salah, is haram. You cannot, you are mencuri. So even there's a hadith talking about one woman that cooking, and I think cooking or making clothes use the light, cahaya from someone lights. Rasulullah have said to that person that you need to pay zakah, because you are using someone else punya source of power. So all of you need to aware on this. Mesti ingat, we need to make sure that we know where is our sources is, and we need to acknowledge where is the sources. So with a clear conscience, I can start this workshop that most of you that Muslim, don't do this, tak baik. Do not copy and paste. It's one of benda yang tak baik lah. Okay, to note, we already opened the site that I want you to use, and the APA is 7th edition. So basically, what is APA? APA is a convention. Convention is like a ruling body. So Malaysia, most higher education institution always refer to APA compared to other convention. Other convention, most of them are derived from Harvard, and then Chicago, and then there's a few. However, in Malaysia, we always usually use this convention. Okay, so APA have 3 areas there. They have a ruling, or they have certain style or certain formatting. First is stylistic. Stylistic is more on how you develop your paper, how you develop your assignment or research report and so forth. Stylistic ni most Malaysian higher institution or Malaysian academia don't really use, tak ambil completely from APA. So they tweak sikit, they ubah. So basically stylistic is more on you consult with your instructor what they prefer to have in the report, what are the things that are not the same as APA style. So stylistic ni more on you discussing with your lecturers or professors in how to prepare your report or how to prepare your assignment. Okay, the other 2 is common, meaning that is one convention. In-text citation are the same across higher institution, across academia. Tak ada berbeza, because the ruling is standard. References as well. So the ruling is standard. So maknanya here, APA style that you can use using the one that I share with you, apastyle.org, you can use how they come with the formatting with in-text citation, or I call it in citation, and then the references, how they create references based on different sources. Okay, what are APAs? APA is American Psychological Association, uh, basically talking about to protect you from doing plagiarism, have a standard references and in text, acknowledge those that giving you the idea, those words that you use to support your idea, and then make sure your work are credible and it guided. So basically, APA helps you to protect your work from getting caught for plagiarism, as well as protect you from expulsion. As kena expel lah. Okay. So what is included in APA style? Your how to set up again stylistic, and then the incitation, your references, as well your reference list. Why we need to use this? Because the word uniform writing style. I want it standard. I want to have one formatting, meaning that your individual assignment have to be in a standard format and your group format as well. And APSR is the most common writing style in social science, especially business and management. Okay, why use the format? I already told you, right? First, I can examine, I can cross-reference that you're using the sources that is related to your work, and then consistency of your work with the particular sources or with the particular format, and then giving you credibility as a writer, mean professionally your work is good if you follow properly, spot on with APA style. And then last but not least, again, I keep on saying this, protect yourself from plagiarism. Okay, first, how you cross references. Usually, cross reference, we have a lot of sources from journals, books. I think your era, your time is the most, I can say, abundant of information that you can get from the net. So basically, most of your information are from searching in the World Wide Web. So cross-referencing is much more critical in your era compared to my time, because there's a lot of owners of that source of information. So basically, your time is much more easier to cite it because you know where exactly the sources from. That's why you need to cross-referencing your sources. And then the consistent format, and then make sure you become a professional writer, and then avoiding plagiarism. Okay, where do I find a format? I already shared to you. You can use in 7th edition. You can use the online resources, which I think is free, and you don't need to buy the book. If you have the book, very good. But for me, just use the online resources is just fine, because it's free and it's direct to your need. Okay, what are the main things that you need to know? When you do my paper or other lectures, again, stylistic or the formatting or the template of your paper have to be depend on your lecturer or class instructor. For my particular class, there's a few things I tweak. Saya tak sama dengan APA. This is APA style. For example, the first line, type double space. For my class, PPMG 3113, I expect you to use 1.5 spacing. Please follow my chapter 1 formatting rule. Number two, an inch margin all around. That's true. Number three, Times New Roman. No, I didn't ask you to use Times New Roman, but other font that I put in that particular chapter 1 for the template or for the formatting for my assignment. So do not use Times Roman for my assignment, either individual or group. Left justified, yes, it is a left justified. However, I ask you to justify your work. So basically, my class have to have a justified margin. Okay, this is APA that I want you to follow, which is a 3-section of paper. We have title page, body, and references. Title page means the cover page. Body means you have introduction, you have body of content, and you have conclusion. And then the last part of your assignment, which is references. Pay back to individual works as well as group work. Individual pun sama. You combine all your 3 assignment, at the end will be your references. No abstract unless otherwise specified by your professor or class instructor. For my particular assignment, no need to have abstract. No need to have abstract on your group work as well on your individual work. So far, so good. You can on your mic to respond.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Next. All right. So next will be 2 spaces after a period at the end of a sentence is for each reading comprehension. What it means by this, it means that every single page you have 2 spaces. Maknanya tak bersambung, ayat you tak bersambung to the next page. So this one I'm not it's okay for me, but if you want mark, extra mark, inilah mark-marknya. Because most of a good paper is how you design, how you lay out your paper. So how to lay out a paper, some students use this method, 2 spaces after a period, meaning that you make sure that the continuation of your discussion will start at the new page rather than that you sambung in the same page where it's hanging. Saya terpaksa buka page 2 nak baca complete sentences. So it's good for you to have this in order for me to read in a seamless way. Next will be the heading. I prefer that you have subheading for all paragraph. That's why I asked you to do a major points. It is reflect to your group work as well as your individual works, because some of your individual work require you to explain in according to point. So you start with the point with the maybe numbering, like 1.1, 1.2, or you want to use bullet. It's fine as long as you have and headings. And then you beginning each paragraph in that 5 character, mean masukkan sikit to start the paragraph. I will show you what is running head. This also I tak read. I'm not strict, but if you use it, you get a mark. So running head, I will show you what is running head later on. Okay, next, on your paper or on your assignments, you should have running heads. I already told you. Number 2 will be paging. So paging, I prefer you start the Arabic paging. Arabic paging yang 1, 2, 3 itulah. Arabic paging on the first introduction part. Your table of content or the information regards of your assignment will be in Roman, small Roman, or what we call small cases, lower cases Roman, yeah, I too. So basically, your starting page will be after your table of content. Okay, is it clear so far, everyone? Okay, your paper, what to do first? This is one of the example what it called cover page or title page. Semua nampak? Cover page and title page? You can snap. I will not share with you this slide. Please snap which is important for you. Okay, so nampak tak ke atas? BPMG Logistic Management. Do you see?
Yes.
Okay, this is the what we call it running head. So it is advised for you to have a running head in basically on your paper. So, doctor, can running head is called header? Yes, running head is actually header. Kenapa you tiba-tiba yes tadi? I didn't ask. Ni mesti buat record. Okay. Headers. So header is your when in the Microsoft Word you put headers. Itu ialah running heads. Okay. A good running head is actually you put assignment 1 colon titik bertindih. Your assignment 1 is based on what chapter? If chapter 1, you put chapter 1. So I prefer you to do in that way compared to this way. Yang ini pun tapi saya tak bagi markah lah. Saya bagi markah untuk dia bubuh heading je. Dia guna konsep running head. But basically the running head should be BPMG 3113 assignment 1 titik bertindih colon or apa ni chapter 1, chapter 2 or chapter 3 based on the assignment where the assignment from. Okay, itu satu. Another thing is please use the current logo of UUM. Okay, and then of course the rest of this prepare for, prepare by, and the due date. I hope all of you clear. Is it clear? Okay. All right. So next will be the title page. The cover page should be, the title should be concise. So basically based on the title. Do not change your title for your group. The one that I gave you is the title, not the topic, is the title. Of course, is the topic also part of your title. So basically the title have to be concise. So I already given that. So make sure you put as it is. For your individuals, you can put like discuss, you can put like this, or you can put individual assignment 1, chapter 1, or something like that. Alright, so author names, your institutional affiliation, your running head, as well the page number. The page number for cover page prior to table of content should be in lowercase of Roman, and after table of content will be the real paging started, which is using Arabic page. Okay, semua clear? Okay, so how your content looks like, the body, you have introduction, and then you have your body of content, and then you have conclusion. Basically, my way of marking, I expect every paragraph have citation at least 1. Maknanya all paragraph that you put in your paper have citation. If you don't have citation, saya tolak markah. So make sure that minimum is one citation or one author that you use in that particular paragraph. Another way of put in the contents, you can put quotations. I already give you example. The first quotation is by Aristotle. The second quotation is from the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah. So that is example of quotation, and the quotation also do not overuse them. I only allow that you only use less than 5 quotation for your group work, your individual less than 3. Do not overuse quotation, but at least you use. Kena ada. You have to use to nak dapat markah. If you don't use quotation, is fine, tapi tak dapat markah lebih lah. So the more you use the skill today that you learn about quotations, cover page, all the knickknacks or the nut and bolts of APA Star that you use, the more you get the mark. Okay. Ni orang panggil markah fee. Okay, this is the most important element in APA Star. Dua benda that I really make sure that you follow through. One is incitation, another one is referencing. So what is incitation? Mean how you cited authors inside your paragraph. So the APA style mostly documented the in-text citation or citation like this. Semua nampak? Yanofsky 2002. Can you say it? Okay, so so your citation should be in this way. It can be reported, it can say stated, it can say assume, all the verb lah, buka thesaurus. What is the other word from reported? Tak nak lah every single paragraph you cakap reported. So make sure you have variation of the verb that's similar to reported. And then the reference entry will look like this. This is the example of in-text citation for journal and how you use it in the paragraph and for your reference list. So far, so good. Okay, so that is the example. This is the format. Okay, the thing that you need to remember is the basic pattern. Saya dah terlampau banyak doing writings, so basically I know by heart lah the APA style. So usually journal, the title of journal is italic, include the volume or the issues. So basically the title of journal are italic. And the article of book, the title of the book is italic and the rest is standard. And the book usually have the location and the publisher. So basically that is the difference between journal and the book. So ni basic pattern, and then you can snapshot it for you to remember. Sebab yang ni paling the most frequent use resources by the student using journal and using books. Okay, so this is example that I want you to do it with me while we are learning in this class. Okay, sekejap so kita dah, let me change a bit. Okay, so in text, I will do it together with you. So we cover in text dulu and then we go to referencing. Okay, for in text citation, you can have one work, one author, one work by two author. You nampak? Johnson found, one author. You can write like this, or you can write like the second line. So you have two options. You can start the author name as your starter for your sentences, or you want to write the summary and the end will be the author that talking about that summary, or paraphrasing. You paraphrasing first their work, and then you cited them, can also be done. For one work by two authors, of course, you can use like Smith and Jones, 2008, reported that, or you can paraphrase them and put the end, Packer and Rupert, 2004. However, for that is more than two, 3 to 5, you have to detail them out first. First time cited, detail them out. Maknanya tulis satu-satu nama. However, when you want to use them again, you have to put all at all. Ini only for 3 to 5. However, for more than 5, meaning 6 and above, it have to be straight away reef at all. Maknanya reef dengan kawan dia more than 6. So you put reef at all. First time tulis, straight away at all. However, for those 5 to 3 or 3 to 5, you have to detail them their names out first. Then the second time cited, baru buat at all. Faham semua? Is it clear? All right, let's go to the next. Okay, the most important part, if you have questions, make sure you can put in the chat box. So at least is interacting. I can know straight away what you're going to ask. All right, rather than put at the end. Okay, so for okay, two or more work with the same parentheses. What it means by this, it means that you want to cite multiple authors, meaning different sources, but talking about the same thing. So you have to put like this, meaning that Smith, Walter, you separate them using semicolon. However, please sort them not of the year. Sort them the alphabetically, meaning that if you have A here, you have to make sure you sort them starting with A and then go straight to Z. So that's why when you use several studies, meaning multiple sources or multiple author in your citation, make sure is in accordance to alphabet rather than by year. However, with the same author but different sources, maknanya, for example, I have two writing in the same year, let's say 2015, I have two journal paper, but you want to cite them. So you need to look at the, you have to make sure which one is the earliest, not the earliest according to time, the earliest that you want to cite. Yang mana yang dulu you nak pilih as the first. Another thing is, if you have the same author but different year, which one to put first? So that will be talked later on. Nanti saya bagi contoh. And then the thing that I want you to, the thing that I'm very discouraging, maknanya tak galakkan, I'm not into it lah, is when you are citing that the citation made by the author. Maknanya you look at someone paper, and then you nak cited dia. Macam ni lah. Logistic theory are cited in Carter 2002, meaning that you tak baca Carter, you baca someone else paper that have Carter name inside there. So it is not advisable to make a lot of that kind of citation. Tak digalakkan. Saya tolak markah kalau banyak. Okay. Nur Hazwani said, do the Wimpu the full name of the or there are 3 to 5 full name? No. As you can see, it's not full name. Yang itu saya akan cerita later on, Hazwani. It's only their last name. Surname only. 3 to 5 writer mean detail their surname only. For referencing, you kena detail out. I'm talking about in citation. Remember, part saya sekarang in citation. Faham, Azwani? Do not confuse. Right now, I'm discussing how you're going to cite it within your paragraph, not your reference. Your reference, you kena detail out. Walaupun dia more than 5 or 6 or 7, you have to detail them out because you want to show where is your resources from. However, in citation or in-text citation, for 3 to 5, first you kena detail out not their full name but last name or surname, and then the next time you want to cite them, it will be at all. Faham tak, Hazwani? Okay, quick note. So make sure before we go to the site, for me, saya nak you faham. Okay, within paragraph, you don't need to repeat the year or other element on the in-text site as long as the reference cannot be confused with other cited sources or for your own thinking. What it means by this, every single line you nak cited, tak perlu. Meaning that you just only focus on the major point that when you read, this is not yours, but is someone else, you cited that only. However, when you want to discuss further, tapi discussion tu is from you, don't need to cite it. Not per sentence, I say per paragraph, at least one author. At least one author citation. Do not overuse pula. You nak tunjuk you baik, you cited every single tu, tak. It's not it's not professional, it's not APA style. It means that you do not know how to write. So do not cite every single sentences. Only appropriately atau suitably. Okay, next will be if you cite a source in one paragraph that refer to the same text again in the next, it's best to recite it so as to avoid confusion. Yang ini yang saya cakap, some of you cited the 3 to 5 authors at the first paragraph, nanti jumpa balik, you cited them as at all. So you can. I lebih suka macam tu. Meaning that the resources that use can use multiple time across your report, across your assignment. Dia bukan guna untuk satu aja your punya point. It can be used to many point. That's what it means. And then last but not least, better to cite too often than too little. Yeah. What it mean by this? I prefer that you cite rather don't cite. Meaning that you are exposed to plagiarism, you are exposed to expulsion. Kita tak nak kan you debar kan. Alright. So if you are referring to an idea or another work but not directly quoting the material, you can use them as references. You memang macam buku. Usually books or my lecture notes, you just read to have an idea, but you don't use as citation, is okay. You can put them in the reference, but you don't need to cite it. But I don't like you to overuse. Meaning that, let's say you have 10 references, 3 you use in the paragraph, the rest 7 you just guna sebagai rujukan. I don't like it, I will deduct mark. So I prefer what you put in the reference, you cited them in the paragraph. So meaning that around, I can say less than 5 lah, you can use as just merely as references. Okay. Another thing is paraphrasing. You need to learn how to paraphrase, meaning that baca, try to create your own sentences by reading that. So make sure you understand how it is a skill. The more you can paraphrase, the more better you as a writer. All right. Any questions? Okay, before we go to reference list, let's try a bit using citation. All right. Okay, so first of all, I want to show you the APA style. Okay, so what you do, nampak semua everyone? They show you how to do a title page setup, paper format, in-text citations, as well as reference example. Can you see that? Okay, so you can use the one that I think is good for you to use is the reference example and in-text citation. So you can open now and have a look. So dia akan bagilah, nampak tak listing? So you can use them to cross-check your work. Nampak tak semua? Jurnal artikel, magazine, newspaper, nampak tak? Alright, so basically they are very good. Saya memang suka every single part of APA style. They are free, and then they can show example how you going to write the citation. So make sure you use them. And then next, the in-text citation. So in-text citation pun dia tengok. Dia bagi cara all how to do paraphrasing, how to do secondary, internet and all that. So they are hands-on. Maknanya awak klik and refer. For me, it's not like you're going to read the things. For me, is do it while you are doing your assignment. Lagi bagus because it's much more clearer. Sambil you buat assignment, you terus buka APA style next to your assignment. So it will help you to set up your work environment much more easier and seamless. Tu yang bagus about APA. They are free and then they're easily to understand. Okay, now let's go to Cite for Me. Okay, Cite for Me is very simple apps. Dia apps lah, application. So what you do, you have is either you create an account. For me, saya tak perlu create. They'll give for free for tengok berapa second dia bagi kat kita. Ni 581,819 seconds. So you imagine that dia boleh simpan. So again, use while you doing your work. They will keep for you your bibliography. They will keep for you. Ni saya dah buat dengan slot pagi tadi. So all of you, to make you familiar with this, nampak semua? add new reference ni. Okay, so first of all, siapa yang first time, you have to open this. Ini nama convention. All of these are convention you can refer to use for your writing. Kadang-kadang lecturer you kata, oh saya tak nak APA, guna Harvard or Chicago. So you atau MLA. Yang very popular MLA, Harvard and Chicago, or even APA 6th edition. Depends on your lecturer. So you boleh pilih option 2. The one that I'm very familiar, of course, APA, Chicago and Harvard. MLA saya kurang sikit. So you can choose straight away from here. So maknanya when you first time, make sure you nampak perkataan APA ni ada kat sini. And then you start to put add new reference. Okay? This site for me ni dia very good sebab dia tahu yang usually the sources very common dengan student, website, journal and book. So basically you can just click which is related. The thing that I want you to click yang bahagian ni. Bahagian ni semua nampak more reference type ni. Nampak? Okay, so all of you can choose the resources based on the type here. So if you go for YouTube, you tekan online image and they will give you the formatting. Itu maksud dia. So you can put by the request of the particular the particular format. So all of this have to make sure that you have the resources next to you. So macam ni saya tak ada resources kan. So back to bibliography. So saya nak buat first apa tadi yang saya share dengan you? Journal. So what you do, either you can buka library you punya resources ataupun you can go to Google Scholar. Ismail Nordin, how to differentiate? Apa ni? Differentiate apa? Ismail, I don't get your question. How to differentiate? You can differentiate. Contoh macam journal, you know it's a journal, dia akan cakap is from a journal, Ismail. Macam contoh you pergi Emerald database, semua tu journal. So dia bukan main sembunyi-sembunyi Ismail, dia akan beritahu this is a journal. Okay, type of reference, but you have to know lah, you kena tahu. Of course, it's a book. Of course it's a book. Takkan dia nak cakap benda lain kan, Ismail. So basically macam YouTube tadi, of course is a image and video. So basically reference ni you memang perlu tahulah how to differentiate the type of reference. Kalau you tak tahu tu bahaya Ismail tu. Okey tak Ismail? Faham tak? Okay, so let's go to Google Scholar. Ismail, masuk sekali sebab you nak tahu apa tu journal, apa tu buku. Okay, Google Scholar. Everyone go to Google Scholar. Alright, so let me see what I want to check. Okay. Okay. Okay, semua nampak? Everyone? Alright, so you have, I use Google Scholar not because it's free. Saya kena tengok lah, kalau ada macam ni, it's free lah. resources dia. Kalau yang tak ada tu, is either you have to go in. So kalau you have library resources, most of the resources are free to open. So right now, I put anytime. Okay, make sure you untick pattern, you untick citation. So dia hanya tunjuk what are resources available for you. Did I mention to you in our class that it have to be within 5 years punya resources? Betul tak? So your references should be from what? From within 5 years. So what I encourage you to do, you buat custom range. You start 2015 and search. Semua dapat? So they will start with 2015 until current. So you nampak tak result you pun dah kurang. Only 4,228 428,000 papers that available for you to check compared to tadi where you put anytime million. So here saya nak beritahu untuk Ismail so all of you look at this particular, you can use directly nampak tak APA style, you can copy and paste. But the thing that saya nak tunjuk dekat Ismail, how do you know this is journal? Sebab journal title have to be italic, tu satu journal, and then you kena buka lah Elsevier ialah database for journals. So basically to encourage all of you, jangan ingat you cited just tengok dan cited. No, you have to read that particular paper then cited. So lebih baik saya ambil benda yang free. Okay, next is White Rose AC ni kita tengok. Nampak everyone? So this is you nampak dia dah beritahu 7 more authors. So dia dah buat at all tapi dia bukan guna APA. So awak tak boleh tiru atau copy yang dia punya citation, but you can have an idea they have more than 7. Tengok author dia ramai. So this is relate to what? To journal paper. Ismail, you nampak kan? How I know is journal paper? Dah nampak baca dia tulis for what paper dah. Tu dia dah cakap in waste management. Waste integrated waste. Elsevier is is a database for journals. So you tengok dia dah bagi macam ni lah, maksud saya you have the paper with you and then you want to cite it. So I go back first. So what I do, I go to here cite. Nampak tak? This is the APA start. Semua nampak tak? I need a response here. Kau tak, saya main laju je. Kau salah, awak memang nak kena tolak markah. Okay. So what's wrong with this? Sebab tu some student dia main copy and paste daripada Google Scholar. Tak boleh. Because you nampak tak ni terlebih titik, nampak tak? Nampak tak? So that's why you cannot use them as your direct citation. So what I do is I buka balik paper dia. Nampak buka balik paper dia, and then I akan masuk satu-satu dalam my citation. Okay, so tengok saya buat copy. I hope that you also do it together with me. Okay, so I add new reference. And then what is that? Journal, Ismail? So journal, I put manually side. And then I put first the article title. Okay, done. Dan the year published is not 2020. Bila sebenarnya year published tu? 2014. Nampak tak 2014 here? But it's not. It's actually 2015. Dia letak dah kat sini. Tapi accepted tu 2014 by DOI, dia dah dapat tu. Nampak tak 2014 yang saya cakap tu? So tapi dia publish 2015. So kat sini awak ubahlah ikut the ni. Journal dia journal apa? Back to that, waste management, waste management. Okay, and then what information, volume and issue number. Okay, kita check kat sini ada volume dengan issue number tak? Semua nampak 35 tak kat sini? Okay, so 35 is volume. Dia tak ada issue. Issue selalunya dalam parenthesis, dalam bracket, so make sure you memang tengoklah volume 35, page 392 kot hingga 4 berapa entah tadi. Okay, 342, 329 hingga 342. Let me Is it true? Saya dah lupa dah. 342, 329.
Salah. Because something SOMET.
Alright, so everyone nampak tak? Right, so the key point here, saya dapat dia punya waste here, from here. Tapi saya tak nak ambil dari sini. This is from White Rose, mungkin is not the accepted version. So saya prefer, where's the, okay. Sorry, saya tak ambil yang kat sini saya ambil yang di sini. Nampak tak? Saya letak yang DOI ni. Okay. So yang ini yang betul. Where the data is from. Nampak everyone? So okay, I put here, paste. And then of course assume tarikh ni lah, today. So this is the only basic needs that you need to put here. Any questions? Okay, what is good about site for me? Dia dah siap-siapkan for you to, sorry, yang ni saya tak letak edit balik. Kita edit sebab saya tak berbual siapa. Authors dia. Tak ada seorang pun cakap dengan saya, Doktor, author belum berbual. Okay, so I have to go one by one. Ni nampak tak authors dia yang ramai ni? Semua nampak? So you kena isi one by one. Okay, so let's say saya ambil semua ni. Okay. Okay. Alright. So saya letak kat tepi sekejap. So go for side. Okay. Okay. Kalau ada nama macam David C,